Hello and welcome to this week's Connected, the show that connects you with what's going on in Peterborough and the Kawartha Lakes. Today we're at the Riverview Park and Zoo, just north of downtown Peterborough. Let's hope the weather clears up before we go see some animals. Coming up on today's show, we'll introduce you to a team working to create a safe space for victims of trauma using equine therapy. We'll also visit the Humane Society, where you'll meet some furry little critters looking for a forever home. But first, let's go to the zoo.
Hi, I'm Kathy Mitchell. I'm the program supervisor at Riverview Park and Zoo. We're the only free accredited zoo in Canada, and we're really proud to be a part of CAZA, the Canadian Accredited Zoos and Aquariums, which have really high standards for animal welfare, conservation, research, and education. So as a part of CAZA, we're able to offer the community free admission to our park and zoo. We have 150 animals in our care, over 40 different species, and we take care of 55 acres of parkland right next to the Great Otonabee River. And this includes a disc golf park, picnic areas, waterfront trails, the largest and most diverse and accessible playground in the region, including 2 fully accessible wheelchair swings. And of course, between the gates are our animal exhibits, and behind me we're here at the squirrel monkey exhibit, shared also by our yellow-footed tortoise. We are happy to welcome people from the community. In a normal year, we welcome 250,000 visitors to the region between Victoria Day and Labor Day. But again, in normal years, we're open 365 days a year, and we are open 8:30 in the morning until dusk. Obviously, things have changed with COVID, and we have to protect our staff and the community and, of course, our animals. And so the monkeys, the primates, are one of the species that are susceptible to COVID. So we've got our primates, our muscelids, so that includes our otters and our meerkats, our potbelly Vietnamese pigs, as well as a lot of our ruminants or our hooved animals are under suspicion of being susceptible. So that includes our camels, our Barbary sheep, our Szechuan takin, our yak, and our woodland caribou. And so we've taken extreme measures with different partners in the community, like our Economic Development and Community Foundation and our new community partners, Hydro One, who've helped us to put up different safety measures to ensure that we're staying a good 6 meters away from these animals. And we make sure we wear our masks even outside. And that's because they can't wear masks, they can't get away, and we don't yet have vaccines for our animals. So we ask that when you come to the zoo, you just keep that in mind, and you make sure to give lots of room between the meerkats and the monkeys. We are happy to welcome people right now to Riverview Park and Zoo through timed ticketed reservations while we are in phase 3 in Ontario. And so you can go to our website at riverviewparkandzoo.ca, and under Plan Your Visit, there's a tours page where you can book your family tour. So we're accepting groups from 10 to 12 people, and it's just you and your group, and you do a one-way route through the zoo by all of the animal exhibits. And we can also give you a trek or a tour that has a little more information, all the animal names, you know, the different kinds of things that we do with them for enrichment and for training. So when I say enrichment, you know, here at Riverview Park and Zoo, we try to do as much as we can to enrich the lives of the animals that live here. I think we've all felt too during COVID how important it is to keep your mind busy, to stimulate your senses so that we feel well, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. And so that's really important for our animals too. And you'll notice some enrichment devices when you're around. So it might look like, you know, a dock for the otters or what looks like a toy for the pigs, but it's actually something that spits out a treat if they push it. So it encourages that exercise. So our Vietnamese potbelly pigs are a really great example of animals that need enrichment. We make sure that Steve goes for a walk and meets out with the other animals at the zoo, and that keeps them nice and healthy. We also have 2 new residents here at Riverview Park and Zoo. They are alpacas, and you might be able to see them here in our barnyard exhibit somewhere in the middle of August. So we're really excited to be able to welcome these guys into our family at Riverview Park and Zoo, and for you to be able to come visit them. We also wanted to say that as a part of the accredited zoos and aquariums that we work with sanctuaries, research facilities, universities, and other zoos and aquariums to ensure that we have healthy and captive populations of species that might be endangered or critically endangered throughout the world. And so that includes some of our species like our meerkats and our backstring camels, and especially our Seluisi forest turtles. So I'm so excited to share with you that we actually are one of only a handful of facilities, and the only facility in Canada that has had any luck, any success in breeding the Seluisi forest turtle. These guys, there's about 100 left that we know of in the wild of this little known Chilean on an island in Indonesia called Seluisi. And these interesting turtles, we've had 4 successful hatchlings just in the last 2 years, and 2 in 2017 and 18. And so we've got another egg that was just found a couple of days ago. So we're really excited. We have won an award for the propagation of the species, and we're really proud of our turtles here at Riverview Park and Zoo, and our zookeepers, our supervisors, our groundskeepers. We are so grateful to the community who make us possible. We started in 1933 when Ross Dobbin, the president of the water utility, received a gift of 2 alligators. And he actually came home from Florida and put them in the fountain outside of the utility. And then people came to the fountain to see the alligators. I mean, it was 1933. And so more animals, an injured bear and a parrot and a monkey, were all donated to the zoo, and the water treatment staff actually looked after them. Eventually, the city of Peterborough deemed that this was a space that was important to the community to have an outdoor, free, accessible recreation and educational facility. And they designated this land the Riverview Park and Zoo. And we are run as a department of Peterborough Utilities Commission and a part of the water department. Thank goodness for that, as we have a good base funding that helps us to operate a free admission zoo and park. That, along with generous donations from businesses and community members, is what has built the park and zoo over the years. Our award-winning otter exhibit, our expansion of the education center, the Rotary Education Center, has come because of generous donations. So we're really grateful for your donations. You could go on our website. You can also sign up for a tour. And I wanted to talk about our very exciting summer program called the Bondar Challenge. The Roberta Bondar Challenge is a nature photography competition for kids ages 9 to 15. The next round starts on August 9th, and you can register on our website. It's a virtual program that encourages kids to get outside and appreciate the environment through the lens of their camera. This is a partnership between Autonomy Conservation and Riverview Park and Zoo, and you can win a free tour of the zoo or a day pass to one of the Autonomy Conservation properties, as well as other swag from Riverview Park and Zoo. So if you're between the ages of 9 and 15, or you know someone who needs to get outside this summer, sign up with our 2-week program. You can be entered into the national competition with the Roberta Bondar Foundation. And we'd love to help you explore nature through photography. Thanks for coming to visit at Riverview Park and Zoo. We can't wait to see you.